you've seen a lot of milestones and great things in hockey. Where do you think this one might rank at the end of the night for you to be able to witness?
I think for the whole player association and every player in this league, it ranks extremely high, not only for me. This is more than just a personal milestone, I think. I think this is a statement to each and every player that has played this game at any point in time. This is an accomplishment that I don't think that anyone saw coming. And it's one that's been creeping up on us fast. And, we still haven't been able to, I think, grasp or realize that it's actually going to happen until now. I think that this is not only, a historic moment for Patty and for this organization, but I think it's an historic moment for the entire league and every player that has played this game with or against him or, prior to his time.
Thanks, Erik.
Shang.
Erik, over the last couple of years, of course, you got to know Patrick. We just saw another side of Patrick right there, but usually the Patrick we see is, this very quiet, humble guy. But can you tell us give us maybe a little bit of a glimpse of the, other side, maybe the funnier side of Patrick that we've started to hear about, just recently?
No, I think Patty's, an introverted guy. He's not the most flashy. He's not the, most outgoing or loudest. But once you get to know him, I think that you get to see a wonderful person and, a funny guy that, is a very smart, intellectual guy that, has a lot of qualities that if you watch him on TV or you're just around him on the outside, you might not know. So I'm very, very blessed to, got him to know him and played for him for the couple of years that I have to really see, what type of person he is, not only as a hockey player, and it's a lot more to it than, what a lot of people that have watched him over the course of the years, has got to see. That's for sure. It's just how he is. All in all, though, I think that, he's a humble guy. He's a down-to-earth guy that, keeps his head down and works really hard every day. And at the same time, he's one of the funniest guys as well.
Can you point to maybe one thing that you may have picked up or learned from him?
Consistency is key, I think. He's a creature of habits. Even in this time in our life when, things are difficult and a lot of other guys are, taking the easier way out with whether that's dress code or, spending less time at the rink and more at home. I think that he has kept his routine that he has had for so long extremely intact. And, he stayed true to himself for, every single game that he's played so far in this league. And that tells you a lot about the dedication that he has to this game and why he's in the situation that he's in.
Willie.
Hi, Erik. Appreciate you taking the time before skate today. Shane sort of took my question there, the second part of it, because the last few days we've asked the Golden Knights, and I think they've talked more about Patrick than they have their own game, just paying their respects. Guys like Marc-Andre Fleury, Mark Stone, and Peter DeBoer, they've all taken something different and sort of just mentioned what they're most impressed or what they respect most. And when you hear your guys' chief rivalry that's built up in 4 years and you hear the Golden Knights talking in such high praise, is that something that you've noticed also, just aside from learning the attribute that you have in terms of the league-wide respect that he has on and off the ice? One thing that Pete said that stood out was that he got to know not just the athlete and the hockey player, but the man and the human being. Can you sort of just expound on that, being in and out of the locker room with him every single day?
Yeah, it's a privilege to have said that, you played with Patty Marleau, and had him as a teammate and got to know him as a person, even though he's been around for a very long time and he's played with a lot of guys. Not a lot of people can say that. And, for that, I think that each and every one that got that opportunity is extremely grateful for. Because if you have played this game or been really close around this game, you do realize how many years and how many games and how much it takes in order for someone to accomplish what he's about to accomplish. And that itself just gives you the ultimate respect, I think, from everybody, whether you've been his teammate or you played against him, or you've played before him, I think, even. And even for the guys that don't get to play against him or with him coming into the league moving forward, as you get older, you start reflecting on these stuff, and you start realizing that this accomplishment is more than you just an individual. And I think it touches a lot more people, and a lot more it holds a lot more magnitude than a lot of the other milestones and awards does.
Thank you.
Curtis.
Good morning, Erik. You're in your 12th year in the league. You've played close to 800 games. Will this record ever be broken, do you think?
If you ask me, no, I would say no. With the pace of the game and how much younger everything is getting, not only in our sport but in general, people are, starting to, hit their peak at a very much younger age than it was, 10, 15 years ago. I will say that it will be extremely difficult to reach this level. You also got to think that, Patty hasn't missed a single game since before I came into the league. And if I speak on that, from the time that I entered the league to not have missed a single game, it takes a lot. A lot of it is dedication. Some of it is luck, whatever you want to call it. But in order for that to happen, I think that, something special has to align, and he has done everything with that opportunity to be able to put himself in this position. So if you ask me now, I don't think that that's going to happen. If you would have asked me this 10 years ago, I probably would have said the same thing. So that's how unrealistic, something like this to happen is. That's why it's so special, I think, for the entire game and everybody around it, that this is going to happen tonight.